Hello. So today's Mother's Day, Sunday. Just got off at work. I just parked somewhere cause I don't know. I'm gonna take my son bowling for Mother's Day. Probably of course after that eat. The bowling that I'm gonna go to is at my school since I get a discount, and that's gonna be good because I need discounts everywhere. um just because of bills and everything. um how have I been? Honestly, today, this morning, I genuinely felt happy. Genuinely did. Happy. I felt warm inside. I felt relaxed. I felt like I can breathe. Felt great. Even now too. It's just I really want to go home. My son is with his dad. They went to a birthday party. I'm not even sure if they're home or not, but I know he knows that I'm gonna take him out, so I'm pretty sure like they're on the way back or something. My son is excited. Yesterday he had the option, my son, to go with his dad or myself. But he decided to go with me. Because his dad was gonna take him to the movies to see the Bad Guys movies. Because on Friday I took my son to see the Doctor Strange. And Saturday, since it was a fight, we got ribs and we got other food. Well, my sister made food, and then I got other things. So my son, he was pretty excited because his favorite food is ribs, and he's like, "Oh my god, can I wait to eat ribs?" And I told him, it's like, "Okay, but you're gonna go with your dad to the movies, right?" He's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay." Ask him what time he's gonna take you, because I was gonna go to my sister's house at 4. Yeah, yesterday, Saturday. And yeah, he met his dad what time he was gonna go to the movies, and his dad said it'll be until 4. And I'm like, "Well, Nico, well, you can," I told him, "Nico, I just want to tell you now, you're more than welcome to go with your dad, but I just want to tell you now, for you not to be looking forward to it. Most likely by the time you come where your dad drops you off, there won't be no ribs. However, I don't want you, thinking with your stomach. I'm pretty sure if you tell your dad that you want ribs, he can take you out to eat afterwards to eat ribs. But I'm just letting you know so you won't come to Jaden's house and be like, oh, I wanted ribs. That's a possibility that can happen." He's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, again, you can still go with your dad and he can take you out to eat. I'm 100% sure he will take you out to eat ribs. And I'm like, just think about it. Think what you want. Don't think about anybody else but yourself. No, don't think about me. Don't think about your dad. And don't decide what we want. It's about what Nico wants. I'm like, okay. So yeah, he thought about it, and he did say that he wanted to go with me because he wants to be with his cousin. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay." And I just triple make sure. I'm like, "Okay, Nico, I did not make you change your mind with me saying that, right?" It's like, I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I don't want you to feel that I'm pressuring, or that I'm like trying to use something for you to change your mind to just be with me. I don't want that. That's the last thing I want. If you tell me that you want to go with your dad, I mean, you're more than welcome to go with your dad. Like, as long as you happy and you have what you want, and like, you're good, I'm happy. Like, no, I do. I'm like, okay. So yeah, he was with me yesterday after work. Then today he's gonna be with me. We're gonna go bowling. I just need to find my debit card because I remember I took it out yesterday from the car, but I don't know where I put it at the house, so I need to find that. But yeah, it's been like a month and almost a week. I feel great for the amount of time that we have broken up. I still think a month it's still too close to say that I'm over the situation, meaning I'm over it, over him. I know for sure I'm still in the healing process, but I know once I accepted like the situation, once I accepted that him and I are no longer, meant for each other, once I accepted that, I did, or I do feel that I went a little bit fast forward on the healing process. Therefore, I'm kind of scared that, it made me jump like a couple steps in the healing process, that one day in the future is just gonna hit me and then like I have to reprogress back. I just don't want that. So I'm just taking my feelings into consideration. If I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I, but the thing is, when I'm sad, I do try to cry. It's no longer that I'm holding on to things. No, I do try to cry. However, there's no tears. Nothing is happening. And trust me, I'm trying to cry because I feel sad, but nothing, no tears comes out. I know the first time when he left me for another girl, that one hit me harder. That one took me like, I don't know, 3 times. It just went harder. Took me more than a month to, finally feel at peace. To finally, not even peace, because I didn't feel in peace. I just felt like it is what it is, and I need to move on. I need to, step forward for my son, or move forward for my son. So I know that the first time it was difficult. It was so difficult. Of course, even more so than now. So maybe it's because it happened. This is the second time it happens. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah. Right now, my sister is messaging me saying they're gonna take out my mom to eat, but honestly, I haven't spoken to my mom for about 4 years. It had to do something that her boyfriend did to my son, and my son's dad stepped up and pretty much stood up for my son. I don't want them thinking, because I'm pretty sure they already know, I don't want them thinking that, oh yeah, it's like they already broke up. Pretty much, one, like, I knew that was gonna happen, that he was gonna leave her again, and that she was gonna come back to my mom crying, blah blah. No, that's the first. No. Second, I still stand with my son's dad, defending my son, because up to this day, my son can tell me in detail what happened. My son is gonna be almost 10 years old. The incident that I'm talking about, it happened when he was about 5 years old. So he remembers in details. He told me literally like 3 months ago in details. He told me everything what happened from from step 1 to all the way down. But yeah, so I know my son, he kind of was like traumatized with the incident. So therefore, it sounds so bad, but therefore I don't have no plan on talking to my mom, especially the fact because now obviously that I'm a mom, me being a mom, if my son ever, like, there's a big old drama that happens and my son ever stops talking to me in a, even if 1 or 2 days go by, I don't care, you know what I mean? Yet alone 4 years go by, which obviously I will not let that happen, but let's just say that, I'm in my mom's position. I would be like literally banging on my son's door, or like blowing up his phone if he doesn't call me, or if he doesn't message me, or if he doesn't even answer. I will be right there at his house and literally tell him, you know what, You and I, we need to talk because I'm your mom and I cannot stand not talking to you. I love you and I messed up, or my boyfriend messed up, or, you know, I'm not with my boyfriend, whatever the situation is to make the situation better. But I want to fix this because I cannot be like this, not talking to you. Obviously, I will be the one stepping into the plate and me, you know, pretty much throwing everything, all the solutions possible, so I can finally talk to my son again. And my mom, she's not like that. My mom is just ignoring the problem, or just, you know, not facing it, in other words. And every time when there's a drama, when we used to live with her, we either pretended it didn't happen, or it will be us, her daughters, you know, going up to her and talking about it. And I literally don't think that it should be like that. Like, not to be mean, but my mom, you know, obviously she's grown. She needs to step up, and not even just for myself, you know, like I can care less like about her and I relationship. But let's just say, like, my sister, like, you know, she, if like my sister was, you know, in my position, I'd be like, well, mom, you need to step up. You're the mom, she's a daughter. Obviously, you're gonna have to be the first one doing it, because it's been so many times that you ignore the problem, you decide to face it, or it's them as your daughters going to you, like, and fixing the situation, and it should not be like that. It shouldn't. And like I said, my mom, she doesn't have the greatest relationship with, at least with her daughters, and at least even before, particularly with myself, and yeah, I would help her. I would go to her house almost daily and help her with things, but meaning like close relationship with her, we never had that mother-daughter relationship. And from what I know, my sisters too, like, we tell them like our secrets, and like, oh, we cry to our mom, and or like, you know, be pretty much the best for our best right now. Like, it was never like that. And honestly, I don't even pick, even if this drama wouldn't happen, I wouldn't picture my mom like that. Like, I never went to her with like suggestion things. It would always be I would prefer somebody else. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and then get ready and just go on about my date. And yeah, I'm good, doing good. I'm doing good. We'll see. We'll see what happens.